Hey cats, what's happening? Some of you guys, well, not all of you, but a couple of guys have been complaining that you don't ride a motorcycle anymore. Well, here's the deal. I ride the motorcycle all the time, but I don't always film it. It's kind of a hassle to bring the cameras along and do the filming. I've got this GoPro mount up top here, and I've got this GoPro on there. I've got this foam, and that's pretty much like a sound muffler, so you don't hear the wind whistling. It covers the whole camera, and the mics are right down here, so I put some rubber bands around there just to pull it in a little tighter on the mic, so because sometimes the wind would get behind that and you could still hear the wind whistle. The deal with this camera though is that it's only seeing what's in front of me. It doesn't really show the point of view like the video I have where you can see my hands and my gloves and see my throttle and my shifter. In order to film that, I have to put the chest harness on and have the camera sitting like right here. And then when I ride, the camera kind of looks out close to what I'm seeing. Maybe a little lower, I'd say I can't put the camera up here on my face anywhere. Some people that wear the full face helmet and they have the chin part of the helmet, they put their camera right on that chin guard. I don't wear a helmet. I do have a couple of helmets. Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, and a fourth one in the house. And those are like brand new, hardly ever been used. And I do have a camera mount on that one helmet, but I never use it. So going back to why you don't see videos of me riding, for one thing, it's a hassle to set up all the camera work to get a decent video. And in the past, V has held this camera and she's like moved it around as we're riding, and smiled at the camera, and that's fine, but that's difficult. I can do it, but it's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? It's very dangerous to ride one hand and the other hand playing with the camera while you're trying to concentrate on the road. It's a dangerous thing to do. So yes, there's preparation. First, I got to make sure that my batteries are all fully charged. I got to make sure my camera settings are all correct for what I'm going to film. Then I got to set the cameras all up. Now, if I go somewhere, I don't want to leave this camera on the bike because somebody could come along and unscrew that thing and walk away with it. And, it's an expensive little camera, not to mention there goes all my footage out the window. Somebody else grabs it. I don't like to put the stuff in my saddlebag either because my saddlebags obviously are not locking. You can unbuckle those, open it up, and if somebody were to see me put my cameras in there, they could sneak up after I'm gone, take my cameras and run. And then you wouldn't see any videos until I ordered a brand new camera. So that's one reason you don't see me filming everything. The other thing is my buddies, not all my buddies want to be on the camera. And other guys that I ride with, they prefer just not to be on camera. So, hey, if we're going to ride, fine. I don't bring the camera along. So that's why you don't see me ride. Doesn't mean I don't ride. I got to fuel the bike up when I go out today because it's almost empty. It seems like I just keep putting gas in this thing. And, I think, okay, I got a full tank, and I check. I go by my mileage. If I got like 180 miles, I better be filling up or I'm going to be running on reserve. So I don't like to get below a half a tank. But it's like every time I check it, I think, yeah, I think I filled it up last time. And then I check and I go, oh, good grief, I only have half a tank. Which would get me so far, but I don't want to have to, you know, reach down and hit reserve when I'm out riding. I like to start off with a full tank. You know, that, like I said, that'll get me at least 160, 170 miles before I have to start thinking about finding a fuel station. But I am going to ride today, and I won't use this camera. I'm not going to wear the chest thing. I'm going to meet some people. Actually going to meet some friends, and I'm not going to put them on camera. I will film with this camera while I'm on the road, so you will get some footage of the ride, however interesting that is, just so I can continue to prove to some people that I do ride, that I haven't hung the bike up. I tell you, you know, the thing about YouTube videos is you're not seeing my whole life. You're only getting one little tidbit of it. Maybe, what, 10, 15, 20 minutes of my entire life. So there's a lot that goes on in my world that's not on camera. And it will always be that way. So, well, I'm going to saddle up here in a little bit and head out of here and be gone for the rest of the evening. And it looks like a nice day. It'll be a nice, enjoyable ride. Before I ride, I've got to get some gardening in here. I wanted to show you my beautiful Japanese iris. These are very invasive because this iris patch just grows outward in a circle. It gets bigger and bigger every year, and I'm going to have to do something to control it. But these things are beautiful, you know, like a royal blue. Very windy today. The wind's going to be blowing me all over the road. I have planted my Artemisia in this bed yesterday, tilled it all up and got those herbs in there. These purple irises that are getting beaten by the wind, these were vals. So, boy, all of a sudden the wind decides to pick up and get pretty crazy on me. But let's see if I can get this here. I love these things, and these were vals. She brought those from her previous residence, and we planted them here, and they're proliferate all over the different places in the yard we put them. I got some pale ones that I bought for her. Love the irises anyway. I got my hanging flowers that I bought from Walmart. So they're doing pretty good. It's kind of pretty up the view out the back door. And then I've got my entire vegetable garden planted. Sweet peppers, jalapenos, tomatoes, zucchini, squash, and of course my sunflowers. Oh, and eggplant too. Well, I better get moving here. I can't dilly-dally around here looking at all my gardening. You know how much I love to garden, but I like to ride too, so let's ride. I'll tell you one thing. When I left here earlier today, I was in my shirt sleeves. And I'm lucky I brought this little windbreaker thing, but I could have used my heavy leather tonight. Once that sun goes down, oh my gosh, does it get chilly. And you know, when you're going 60, 70 mile an hour, that wind chill just, whew, it's cold. But boy, did I ever have a nice ride. I mean, I think the sunset is done now, but it was a beautiful sunset riding in. I just rode in from Akron, Ohio, and oh my gosh, the sunset was spectacular. But what a nice day, what a nice ride. And a little interesting, when I was caught behind that farm machinery, it was a sprayer. I probably could have ducked and rode right underneath it. But, you know, every time I went to pass it, then the cars were coming the other way. It was heavier traffic, so I just stayed behind him. And then once we turned onto the main highway, I finally got around him. Well, wouldn't you know, I get stuck at the next traffic light, and here he comes right up beside me again. And I just couldn't get away from this guy. And that machine was going 40 miles an hour easily. I've never seen a piece of farm equipment that could go that fast. I mean, usually 20, 25 mile an hour is max for those things. This thing was flying for a farm tractor. Anyway, I'm home. It was a wonderful ride, a lot of fun, and I'm glad you could see part of the ride with me. Anyway, time to tuck the bike in, put everything away, and call it a day. Go in and chill for the rest of the evening. Actually warm up for a little bit because I'm a little chilly. All right, cats, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and continue to join me on this ride. And hopefully we'll get some more riding in. But you're bound to see some more of my gardening too, so I hope you enjoy it. Till next time, cats, I'll catch y'all later.